Welcome back. Right now, right here in London, we're in the middle of One Young World Summit. One Young World Summit is dubbed as the Junior Davos. This was the opening ceremony, streamed live on the net last night. The feel is very different from the World Economic Forum in Switzerland last month. Well, mainly because everybody there seems to be about a fraction of the age of the old codgers who were in Davos like myself. To get people talking about issues, including economic ones and the search for solutions. Most of the delegates are under 25. They come from all over the world. Lauren Bush is chairman of the FEED Foundation and joins me now, a niece of former President Bush. Lauren, what's the issues that the conference deals with is the improvement, obviously, and putting things and doing things right in the future. You'd agree with me on that?
Yes.
So with that in mind, where do you think you can make the most contribution?
I believe personally that it really is up to everyone to find their own unique passions and interests and intelligence and do what they can. So for me personally, I started a company called FEED, and we sell these bags. We have a prop.
I won't look into it.
Oh, it's fine, it's fine.
In case it's got something.
So each bag sold, this bag in particular, feeds a child in school for a year.
Really?
So it's my way. I love design, I love fashion. This was my way of sort of giving back to the world through the UN World Food Program. And for every bag sold, you know, as a consumer, that you're feeding a child in school for a year.
This is fascinating, and only last week I was chatting with Queen Rania of Jordan on these sort of issues. Is there not a difference, though, between having the good intentions and seeing the results and being able to affect the results? And I sometimes wonder, with youngsters, forgive the... I know that sounds terribly...
No, I'm proud to be a youngster.
Well, forgive me, you know. Do you all sometimes appreciate the difficulties to actually create and improve?
In going through the process of starting a sort of social business, I do now really appreciate the process of actually being a change agent and going through and actually doing something. Because it is, you know, we all get together, we can talk about things, who knows what will actually come from that. But even if a few people are inspired to start or take their ideas to the next level and really change the world or help the world in some way, I think that's the hope of One Young World and the hope of what we're all here on Earth to do.
Well, yes, you see, and I mean, one has to mention, of course, you know, one looks at relatives perhaps of yours and relatives of mine, who knows? I mean, the previous generation got us into the mess in the first place in many ways. Do you see yourself as having to dig ourselves out of it?
No, I don't look at it that way. I think that's kind of a negative. You can sit here and blame this person and that person for everything.
Oh, but it's fun.
But it's fun.
It's fun.
But it's an easy way out, in my opinion. And I think it's up to us to just say, this isn't the way we want to do things, if it's not, and change what we feel needs to be changed.
All right, Lauren, but then how do you prevent naked idealism tinged with real pragmatism? I understand how you've done it with this. This is real. How much are you selling these for, by the way?
$60.
$60.
Feedprojects.com feeds a child in school for a whole year.
$60.
Only $60.
$60. Put me down for one.
Okay.
My wallet's on my desk.
I'll send you one. Okay,
my
good.
My wallet is on my desk. You can have a go at that.
Okay, excellent.
Have you learned anything from the conference?
I mean, it's only been one day so far.
What's been the most exciting thing, that, besides being exposed, if you like, to the ideas? What have you found the most invigorating?
I think the most invigorating is just the spirit of all these young people coming together, really maybe idealistic, but wanting to do something, wanting to engage in the world in the right ways. And personally today, I got to see Muhammad Yunus speak. So he's one of my heroes, and that was a real treat. So
listen, I'm not going to ask your age. It's rude to ask anybody's age, but I assume you're on the wrong or the right side of 30. So if you can't be idealistic at your age, I promise you, by the time you get to my age, you really will be. But many thanks to you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thanks so much for having me.
Thank you very much.